Good Monday morning. Tomorrow, up under the upcoming events category, is the Eugene Business Meeting at the Eugene Country Club. 8:30 is breakfast, 9 o'clock is the meeting. At this month's meeting tomorrow, we're going to be covering our new digital listing presentation. Some of you use the digital listing presentation where you can show it on PowerPoint or you can even print it. So we actually have kind of two things going on. There's a listing book, which is more the leave behind. For those people that want to read a story, and this is more of the quick talking points. So we've updated that with some different information, new graphs. So we're going to take a few minutes and go over that tomorrow. And then the always popular horror stories, those are happening tomorrow. So 9 o'clock at the Country Club, we'll go for an hour. We'll have you out of there by 10 o'clock. Couple things under business topics. We're going to start collecting email addresses for your buyers and sellers. So you'll notice effective today, in fact, you'll get an email with these attached to it from me. We have new pending checklist and new listing checklist, and in those pending and listing checklists, we're asking you to put your client, whether it's the buyer or the seller's, their email address. The reason for that is we're not going to contact your folks in any regard other than to send out the surveys. We've always done surveys. We've done them by snail mail, and what we're finding, we've been doing some experiments sending them electronically. We get back a good percentage of those, so we're going to go ahead and start sending those electronically only. That gives us, by using SurveyMonkey or one of the different programs, it gives us the ability to kind of take and aggregate all that information so we can kind of see trends, which will be very helpful to you. And then we'll also forward on electronically, so you can just keep them in an electronic file. So that's the reason we're starting to ask for email addresses for your clients on the top of the pending or the listing checklist. Your folks won't be contacted for any other reason from us other than for those surveys. So please make sure you're putting those on there so we can take care of your clients for the feedback as far as that goes. Under the one more thing before we get to the birthdays. One of the things, I've been hounding everybody about doing their own business plan. Well, I've been doing our own business plan for our company too. And one of the things is we went and we looked back at what we could do better, what we're doing really good, that type of thing, which is important that you do in your business. It's also important I do it in my business. Is after doing some planning and brainstorming with the principal brokers, we've decided we really want to make sure we're taking care of who the most important person is in our organization, which is our existing real estate agents. And so to do that, we wanted to free up some time for the principal brokers to make sure that they're available for you to answer questions, listen to concerns, whatever it may be. So a shift that we've made is we've asked Heather White, who Heather, all of you know, is kind of done a little bit of everything, helping with technology, helping teach classes and that type of thing. And while Heather will still be doing some of that, Heather is now going to be our recruiter and business development person. So Heather's primarily responsibility is to do outreach to other agents and other offices to recruit agents to come to work for us. Although the other part of her responsibility, and she's quite aware that this is the first part, is making sure our existing agents are taken care of. The reason we made this shift, and change is always hard, it took me a long time to get this concept wrapped in my mind, is we really want to make sure that our existing agents are taken care of. And so this will allow our principal brokers to spend more time with our existing agents rather than having to spend so much time doing outreach to other agents that we want to expose our company to. So while certainly the principal brokers are heavily involved in recruiting, we've kind of got like a quarterback now in that Heather's going to be, aren't you impressed that I know that analogy? And yes, I do know what a quarterback is, Marv. Now that we've got somebody kind of focused on coordinating that, we think we're going to be able to do a better effort not only in recruiting, but also more importantly, have brokers, myself, Heather, whoever, more involved in helping agents that are already here. So that's a shift that we've made to help make sure we're taking care of everybody that's here and also get some other folks invited into our company. So a little bit of a change there. Today, we've got a couple birthdays, actually today. Brian Weinhold's birthday's today. And on Sunday, Mary Berg is having a birthday. So anniversaries, RE/MAX anniversaries. And then I've got a couple talking points I want to get to for this week. RE/MAX anniversaries, Rebecca Yu up in our Corvallis office. Been here with us 2 years today. Tomorrow, Shonda Johnson has been with us a year. Sherman Terry has been kicking around here for 13 years. Good job, Sherman. I appreciate that. Talking point of the week. Remember last week I said each week I want to have a talking point, something that as you're out talking to clients and sphere and that type of thing, you can kind of be talking about, keep it at top of the mind. And that this week I would suggest the talking point be the HELP Job Loss Protection Program. You've seen the information. We rolled it out at our State of the Union. The Job Loss Protection Program, the cost is $500, paid for by the seller. And the big thing, it does some other stuff, but the big thing is that if the buyer loses their job within the first 24 months, it'll cover up to now $2,000. It was $1,800. It went up to $2,000 of the buyer's PITI payment. And like any of these things, of course, there's fine print, so we need to make sure to explain that to our clients. But that is a big talking point. You know, the unemployment rate doesn't seem to be coming down. If anything, it might be edging up a little bit more. So job loss protection, I think, is going to be a hot point. So if I were you, I'd certainly be weaving that into my conversations. What I learned this week, and boy did I learn it. It took me a while. This kind of relates back to what I was talking about with Heather's new position. You know, if you get the facts and you share them with people and shut up and listen, which is hard for me to do sometimes, and get feedback and then let everybody know what direction we want to go, don't overthink things and people will rise to the occasion. I've certainly seen that in our own organization in the last 5 days in a remarkable way. So don't overthink things. Just get the facts, point it in the right direction, be clear, and go. Last thing, I want to thank Pam Hopeful for a great party Friday night. I know most of you were there. Those of you that missed it, you missed a great party. So thank you, Pam. I know you worked very, very hard on that, and it showed. It turned out wonderful. So that's all I got this week. I'll talk to you soon.